In London, a woman named Victoria, who is suicidal, jumps off a bridge. Her body is found by Dr. Godwin Baxter, a skilled but disfigured surgeon. He manages to revive her and gives her the name Bella. Due to a severe brain injury, Bella has the mental capacity of an infant in an adult's body. She has unsteady movements and minimal speech, and she is easily entertained, even by Godwin's burping during meals. Godwin works as a medical instructor and asks his admirer, Max Mandels, to monitor Bella's progress. When Max meets Bella, he is surprised when she impulsively slaps him but appears happy. Godwin explains that due to her injury, Bella's mental and physical ages do not match. He requests Max to track her daily progress. The next day, Max observes Bella's preferences and her improving language, but she still has an unsteady gait. Godwin emphasizes the need for daily reports but avoids questions about Bella's background, insisting that Max should only collect data. That evening, when Bella asks if Godwin is her father, he lies, saying that her parents died and left her in his care. Over time, as Bella becomes more curious about the world, Godwin remains reluctant to let her go outdoors, wishing to control the experiment. However, after Bella throws a tantrum, he takes her and Max to the woods, where she is thrilled but struggles to be gentle with nature. Sensing Godwin's overprotectiveness, Max questions him, and Godwin explains that he must limit outside influences for accurate results. Back home, when Bella becomes violent after being denied a walk, a sedative is needed. When searching Godwin's office, Max finds drawings of a brain transplant surgery and confronts Godwin. God is blackmailed to disclose the truth about reanimating Victoria with her unborn child's brain, resulting in Bella, who is unaware of her origins. As Bella rapidly develops, Max warns her about inappropriate self-touching. Godwin suggests that Max marry Bella, but Max suspects Godwin's true intentions, thinking that Godwin desires Bella for himself. However, Godwin reveals that he is a unicorn and believes Max is the perfect match for Bella. After Max agrees to marry Bella, she expresses her desire for adventure before marriage and threatens to despise Godwin if he denies her wishes. Despite Max's attempts to remind Bella of their engagement, she insists on leaving with Duncan and promises to marry Max upon her return, much to Max's dismay. Max wants to confront Duncan, but Bella sedates him before he can act. Godwin gives Bella emergency money hidden in her clothes and bids her farewell with a kiss, assuring her safety on her trip. Although Max confronts Godwin for not stopping Bella, Godwin insists that Bella has free will and will be fine in Lisbon. Meanwhile, in Lisbon, Bella and Duncan become intimate, and Bella enjoys solo exploration despite Duncan's warnings. During a dinner with Duncan's friends, Bella behaves rudely, attempting to harm a crying baby and prompting Duncan to scold her. Back home, Max grows anxious after discovering Bella's frequent intimacy with Duncan in Lisbon. Bella continues to worry Duncan by disappearing at dinner. Bella is not satisfied with Duncan's lack of excitement for her adventures. They have an awkward dance together before a jealous Duncan confronts a man Bella was flirting with. After passionately making up, Duncan becomes upset when he discovers that Bella got a tattoo from another man. Meanwhile, Godwin faints, which concerns Max as he suspects it's because Bella left. However, Godwin says he needs to move on and start a new project. Duncan takes Bella against her will onto a cruise ship for more adventures, but she feels disappointed and escapes to befriend Martha and Harry. Duncan proposes, but Bella declines, stating that she only traveled for fun, which upsets Duncan. Back home, Godwin and Max work on a new experiment named Felicity. While on the ship, Bella quickly gains intelligence from books and discussions, expanding her perspectives. While at sea, Duncan interrupts Bella's conversation with the cynics and invites her back to their cabin. She declines, preferring to stay on deck reading, which frustrates Duncan. Later that evening, unable to sleep, Bella goes to Harry's cabin and confronts him for making her question the goodness of humanity. She admits that she doesn't share the cynic's view of inherent human cruelty and confesses she believes Duncan is cruel, causing her confusion when she expresses a desire to improve herself. Harry argues that all people are inherently cruel, To prove his point, he takes Bella to see the poverty in Alexandria's slums distressing her. Later, Bella takes the winnings from Duncan's casino with the intention of donating them to the needy. They are prevented from going ashore, and she ends up giving the cash to some sailors who safeguard it for her. Duncan then informs her that the money has been stolen. Tearfully confessing to taking the money, Bella upsets Duncan, who is now without funds, and they disembark at the next port on their final day. Harry apologizes for deriving pleasure from Bella's sadness, and she starts feeling hopeful when she realizes that she can make a positive impact on the world through understanding. Accompanied by Duncan penniless through Paris, where they meet Madame Swaney. Bella works as a courtesan to earn money, which disappoints Duncan, causing him to leave her upon discovering that she has emergency funds from Godwin. Bella persists in working to pay for her schooling, and one morning Duncan asks her to accompany him, but she declines. In the meantime, Godwin asks Max to find Bella before he passes away. When Bella visits Godwin and Max, she learns that her pregnancy was terminated through an implanted brain detonator, shocking her as she comes to terms with the truth upon seeing her scar. Wanting to comprehend her path, Bella decides to revisit the location where she jumped from the bridge. Upon her return home, she angrily confronts Godwin, accusing him of creating her. However, the surgeon explains that she is a product of her own choices and experiences, not his creation. Despite her anger and confusion, Bella forgives him and reveals her plan to become a doctor soon. Motivated by this, Godwin advises her to be a compassionate professional. The following day, Bella and Max had a conversation about their engagement. Max admitted that it occurred when Bella was younger, and they are not technically obligated to each other. Despite Bella's previous life as a courtesan, Max revealed that he is still fascinated by her. When Max acknowledged Bella's control over her own body, she appreciated his honesty and decided to propose to him, to which he agreed. The wedding ceremony took place shortly after. However, General Alfie Blessington, Victoria's husband, interrupted the couple's wedding. Duncan had looked into Bella's past identity, leading him to discover her previous husband. The lawyer convinced Alfie that Godwin and Max had taken advantage of his amnesiac wife. Curious about her previous life, Bella chose to accompany Alfie to their mansion. Over dinner, she learned that Victoria had planned to end her life due to her dislike for the baby, and that they both shared a fondness for cruelty. Alfie forgave Bella for working as a courtesan and for the loss of their unborn child. She claims she hasn't harmed him in any way because she is unaware of his identity. Thinking she is suffering from amnesia, Alfie advises her to stay indoors until she recovers. Instead of seeing this as being confined, Bella insists on her freedom, but Alfie threatens to shoot her if she attempts to leave the next day. Bella makes an attempt to escape from the locked mansion, but upon returning inside, she overhears Alfie and a surgeon planning to disfigure her. Later, Bella informs Alfie that she plans to leave, understanding Victoria's reasons for ending her life. When Alfie claims ownership over her, she explains that she is no longer Victoria, as Godwin revived her with their child's brain. Despite this, Alfie points a gun at her, and when he offers her a sedative, she throws it in his face, causing him to accidentally shoot his foot. Bella seizes the gun and takes the wounded Alfie to Godwin's home, where she asks Max to help remove the bullet and conduct a brain transplant on Alfie. After the operation, Bella and Max stay with Godwin until his final breath. Before his passing, Godwin kisses Bella, grateful for the enrichment she brought to him. Following Godwin's death, Bella takes control of his mansion, studies to become a surgeon with Tet's support and Max's help, and Mrs. Prim takes care of Felicity, who can now follow simple instructions like getting water for the goat.